Joining us now for more analysis is Allen Orr. He's a former president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association and founder of Orr Immigration Law Firm. First, I want to get your initial reaction to President Trump's proposal.
Oh, first, condolences to the families of the National Guard members. It's really difficult to sort of see how that would happen. So with regards to the proposals by the president, it's just a reiteration of things that he's already put out before in presidential proclamations. So it's really not a change with regards to trying to close immigration and even a party platform for them to sort of close immigration for certain types of people. So it doesn't seem very different or far from the policies that he's been promoting all year.
So that being said, how does this call for a pause impact that proclamation? Does it speed things up?
So it just reinforced it. I mean, literally in the statement from UCIS last night, it basically said we're just reinforcing the statement. So this concept of extreme vetting or extra vetting just doesn't exist. That just is a fiction of life. We already have one of the highest levels of vetting, and you can't vet stuff that does not exist, and you cannot predict what someone will do after they're admitted to the United States. There's just no parameters for that in science. So that's a difficulty. But what we have seen in the past is this has led to things such as country bans. And while they're sort of calling it a freeze, it's also going to be a ban. And many of these things that the president is promoting, once he actually puts them in action, will be seen in court to be challenged.
So, you know, we do see this history of the president saying something, and then there's a lot of action that comes later. What is likely happening behind the scenes right now? And how soon could we possibly see some real changes? How long could a permanent pause, in his words, take to implement?
Well, a permanent pause would take Congress, so that's not going to happen. So let's start with that. The examination of the refugee cases had already started pursuant to last week. There also supposedly was a watch on individuals with irregular travel plans, which if they were watching this individual because he lives in Washington State and he was coming to Washington, D.C., I mean, he drove, he did not fly. So we really need more facts in the case. Implementations of change in the immigration policy will take a long time. Right now, there will be some considerations for individuals in the United States with regards to harm coming to them based on just the rhetoric that is being espoused. This is an escapism, and this is really a condemnation of all immigrants based on the action of one person. And right now, we really don't know the facts around exactly what happened in Washington, D.C. Was it related to his nationality, or was it something else that happened in the time that he's been in the United States? Because he was in the United States for a very long time, and he was vetted several times. He was vetted by the CIA. He was vetted before he came in a refugee. He was vetted again by the Trump administration for asylum.
All right, this proclamation, I mean, it causes fear among a lot of people. How would you advise potentially impacted people currently in the United States, especially green card holders from countries on Trump's list? I mean, as we're gathering more information, what would you tell people?
So first, I think we should stop with the inclination that many foreign nationals are somehow criminals and therefore they should be concerned. Many of my clients will have no impact from this other than just maybe extra scrutiny and long time in their applications because they have done nothing wrong within the policy. So that's number one. Number two, if you are a foreign national in this country, I would make sure that you do everything right now to be anti-political. I would be posting things or having comments with regards to these political conversations around immigrants. Now is not the time to give someone a reason to actually go deeper into your background right now. Now is not the time to be voicing those things on the internet. But as I have said repeatedly, and we found in many investigations, foreign nationals, people born abroad, are much less likely to commit a crime in the United States than anyone else. And many of those foreign nationals in this country have not committed a crime. Many of those foreign nationals arrested recently who are undocumented have no other situation in the law other than entering the country without inspection.
And Allen, I guess finally, what will you be looking for in the hours, days, and weeks ahead as this continues, this investigation continues?
So more facts on exactly what happened. Everything else has just sort of been based on his nationality and his country status, which really isn't true crime investigation, right? He drove across country. Why across country? Why National Guard members in Washington, D.C.? There are tons of other places where there's National Guards. Why all the way to, and why at that specific location? That's on the investigative side. On the immigration side, it will be with regards to what policies actually change and how they're implemented. And if we see them, or we just see the repercussions of them, meaning certain groups seem to be excluded or lower level. I will say that the Trump administration has done a very thorough job of upping the vetting of many foreign nationals across the United States, and visas are much harder to get from many countries already. So I don't know exactly what could be taken other than saying no one can come from those countries.
All right, all important points to take there. Allen Orr, thank you so much for joining us from Riverview, Florida.
Yeah.